Hello, welcome to Miss Hendricks' class. Oh yeah, I'm selling chocolate for $1. Find me, Maverick.
You want to give your phone number?
My social security number.
Yeah. Hey, thank you. You don't have to look at the microphone. It doesn't really.
I wanted them to hear.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. Sorry.
Okay, first problem says solve for t. So what does that mean? What do we want to do? Get t by itself. What would be the first step? You know how to do this. Have faith in you. Divide by k. You don't even need a calculator for this problem. There's not any numbers involved. Okay, so that would be d over k equals t squared. So now what would you do to get t by itself? Just square root of square. And that's why this is in this chapter, because we did square root. That's really the only thing that's different. So my answer is t equals radical or the square root of d over k. But there's one more thing that I'm missing. What do you put when we do a square root? Very good. One down. That wasn't too hard, was it? I thought these were going to be really difficult, like I said, and then I started teaching them. Oh, it's not like that. There's five.
Whoa, I did that.
Okay. Got it? Leave the background. Okay, solve for v. So it's the same thing. F equals ka over v squared. Any guesses what to do first?
No, the V2.
Yes. If you have something in the denominator, we want to write it so there is no denominator. So we'll multiply both sides by v squared. Okay, that doesn't really help us get v by itself. It just helps us get rid of the fraction. So the v squared cancel. You have ka equals v squared f. Okay, and I had some people earlier today having trouble. Once we did that, they tried to square the f. There's no reason to do anything to the f. All we did is multiply it times v squared. Okay, so now what? I'm trying to get divide by f. V squared equals ka over f. Plus or minus square root of ka over f. So simple. Questions now? Number 3. This one's different. The next two are a little different. Now instead of having a variable squared, you have a square root in the problem. Having way too much fun over there. Party. They didn't invite me. Sad. Not really.
It's okay.
So d equals k over radical h. We're going to try to get radical h by itself. But before you worry about that, just get rid of the fraction. So multiply both sides by. Divide by d. Try to get h by itself. Divide by t. Right. See? Smart. It's a square root to get h by itself. You would do the square root. You would do the opposite, which is squared. And you have to square everything on the other side. The easiest way to do this is just write it in parentheses. Like so. K over d. Yeah, that's it. Just want it to be more. Right?
Nope.
No. One more? Like this? When solve for L, it's an L with the K, KL over G, square root equals B. Anyone know what you would do first on this problem? Let's square both sides. Always just doing the opposite, trying to undo the problem. Okay, so you have P squared equals KL over G times G. Why does that help us?
What's the fraction?
This is a fraction, so GP squared equals KL. Only one more step? Nope, one more step. One more step. What we solved before? L, yes, divided by K. So GP squared over K equals. Do I need plus or minus? Do I need to do a square root? No. Any questions so far? I have one more problem, but it's totally different. Here we go. Now the fun part. It says find the length of the sides. Have a figure. What kind of figure is this? Quick geometry review. A right triangle. Anyone remember there is a formula for finding the sides of a right triangle? It's called the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Okay, it doesn't matter which side is A and B, but C has to be the hypotenuse. What's the hypotenuse concept? The longest side or the side opposite the right angle. Okay, so in this one, our hypotenuse is x plus 4. So all we're going to do is just plug in the length of the sides into this formula. So x plus 4 squared, that's C. A and B are x and x plus 1. It doesn't matter which one's which, just plug them in. So x squared and x plus 1 squared. Okay, this is really, once you plug into the formula, this is going to be like what we did yesterday. Okay, I start working this all out. I get x squared. How do I square x plus 1?
4.
Okay.
Squared plus 1.
Well, that's so x squared. Yes, so you can put the outside and the inside together. 1x and 1x is 2x. Plus 1. Let's skip one little step. Show everything. Now I'm going to square the x plus 4. So x times x times 4, and 4 times x. And then 4 times 4 is 6. Okay, so we're just using the quadratic formula, so I left this up here. Get everything over to one side and then plug it into the quadratic. So let's move everything to the left. Move everything to the left. How many x squared do we have?
1.
1. We have 2 x squared minus 1 x squared. Good, lots of guesses. How many x's would we have to the left? Negative 6. And 1 minus 16. You'll get lots more credit for these. I realize it's a lot more work than the others. Okay, so we plug it into the quadratic formula. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2. The good thing is, even though we're learning some other stuff, if you can do the quadratic formula, you should go really well with the next test. That's the main thing. What is it, 96? Okay, even on these, since it's an application problem, even if it doesn't end up being a perfect square, 96 isn't, we're going to go ahead and simplify it, get the square root and find the answer. So, the first answer, you have 6 plus whatever. I don't have my calculator with me. What's the square root of 96? 9.9?
9.6.
9.7?
9.8.
It's 9.75.
So 9.8. Okay. So 6 plus 9.8 is something. 15.8. And then divide that by 2.
So we will get this
7.9. Okay. And then you have 6 minus 9.8. It's negative 1.2. I don't know. I'm just guessing though. And then divide that by 2 and tell me what you get. Oh, negative 1.9. Okay, I'm not even going to write that down because if we're finding the length of the sides of something, can you ever have a negative length? No. So ignore any negative answers. So that's the answer. Most of the answer. There is one more thing you have to do, but it's easy. Okay, that's x. But it says find the lengths of the sides. So that means this one is 7.9. How do I find the length of the other two sides? Yeah, just plug it in. So 7.9 plus 1 and 7.9 plus 4. 8, 9, 10, 11. Right. Those are a little harder. You'll get a lot more points for those, so don't skip them. Just put them a little harder. Yes. It does. But again, it's just an application problem. Just go ahead and get a decimal because it's going to make it hard. If you have a radical, you can't really plug it into this. If we're talking about like feet or inches, I don't know what they tell us, but we can round. Good question though. Just anyone else have a question? All right. Here is your assignment for today. 34 is a bonus. Here was yesterday's assignment. So these two and what we do tomorrow is all due on Friday.